Tonight, Florida Atlantic University confirms it has placed a tenured faculty member on administrative leave over alleged remarks online about Charlie Kirk's death. While officials did not identify the employee, they say a formal review is underway. As Rachel Williams reports, it's now raising questions about workers' rights versus employers' rights.
It all depends on what kind of employee you are. If you're a public or private employee, there's a difference in what kind of rights you have. Legal experts are saying private employees have no rights whatsoever, but for public employees, it's a little different for them. Across social media platforms, there is a lot of discourse about freedom of speech when it comes to political opinions. Employees nationwide are being fired over certain commentary on their personal pages. Employee rights lawyer Bill Jillian says Florida is an at-will state.
That's a legal doctrine that says employees in Florida have absolutely no legal rights whatsoever unless they're a member of a union or have a contract that guarantees them something, which most people do not have. The only exceptions to that are certain kinds of discrimination, whistleblowing, things like that.
Jillian says private employees have no rights when it comes to freedom of speech. Public employees do have First Amendment protected political speech, but it's limited and can still face consequences at their job for posting or sharing certain things.
Public employees are not protected under the First Amendment if they're talking in their official capacity as a professor, like at school, doing their job. If it's in their personal life and they're talking about their personal opinion outside of work, sometimes that can be protected under the First Amendment right to free speech. With the provision that their private free speech disrupts the workplace, then the company can put restrictions on it.
The difference between a public and private employee is a public employee is someone who works for the county, city, government, state, or teachers and professors at a public school system. Private employees are people in retail, hospitality, real estate agents, veterinarians, or anything in the service industry.
My advice to people in general, especially private employees, if you want to keep your job, don't be talking about politics, because who knows who you're going to offend one way or the other. Same with the public employers.
Attorney Jillian says even a reshare or repost on social media is grounds for termination for both public and private employers. But of course, every case is different. For now, I'm in Palm Beach Gardens, Rachel Williams, WPBF 25 News.